Already day 4. Day 4 of learning Godot.
Hey guys, and welcome to this tutorial on tile sets and tile maps in Godot. Let's get started on getting you that awesome map for your game. In this tutorial, I'll be making use of assets from Godot. They're free downloadable assets, so you can get them too. I've specifically chosen for the isometric dungeon tiles and the isometric library tiles as they fit together very neatly. You can easily find this by searching for isometric.
Hey guys, welcome back to a guide to making indie games, where each week I share a bit of what I'm working on, as well as teaching you everything you should know about designing your own indie games. Today I want to show you how I make isometric tile sets for my game Reality Box. We've talked about tile sets a bunch before, but let's do a quick recap so we're all on the same page here. Tile sets are basically the puzzle pieces of level design. Making art for levels is very time consuming, so instead of drawing everything individually by hand, having a palette full of versatile level pieces is a great way to speed up the process of making levels. Previously we made a tile set for platformer where each tile represents a piece of the floor, or walls, or background elements, but today we're taking these things a step further with isometric tiles. Now a lot of those lessons from the first tile set we made will still apply here, so I highly recommend checking out that video first. But a new perspective in art style comes with a lot of new rules. It's one thing to draw a two-dimensional world, but turning those drawings into something that resembles 3D is pretty tricky. Don't worry though, after today's video I feel confident that you'll have everything you need to know before you dive into making your own isometric style game. But first, hey, I'm Nick, I make game design related videos every week. If you learn something new in this video and want to see more, just subscribe. With that, so first and foremost, if you want to make an isometric style game, you have to understand what that actually means. Isometric is a camera perspective that allows you to create seemingly 3D objects in a 2D space without a vanishing point. What this means is that no matter where the camera is positioned, all isometric tiles and objects will always look exactly the same. It basically forces 3D in a 2D space. Every art style has its own strengths and weaknesses, so let's figure out if isometric is right for you. Starting with strengths, isometric is perfect for grid-based games. If you're making a tactics RPG like myself or maybe a puzzle game, isometric has pretty much everything you'll need. However, the same could be said for standard top-down perspective, which is something to consider, but it's kind of undeniable how cool it is to see 3D objects represented in 2D, so for me that's the main deciding factor. Now time for some of the drawbacks, and these are things you might not even consider before starting an isometric project. First of all, player movement can end up being very restrictive if you're not making a grid-based game. If all the tiles are diagonal from each other, chances are the player is also moving diagonally, which is very weird to control with arrow keys or D-pad. Of course, there are workarounds for this problem. We've seen it done for games like Hades or Tunic, but that calls for either 3D character models or drawing 8 different directions for the character to move. And I feel like I don't need to explain to you why that's still kind of a challenge to pull off. Not only is the art style very restrictive for action games, but it's also just harder to make in general. Like how do you layer 2D blocks behind each other? How do you set the correct pivot points so objects and characters on top of blocks render correctly? I'll show you more when you start actually making tiles, but it's good to fully understand what you're getting yourself into. Either way, I find isometric tiles really fun to make, so let's just start making them. We're going to start by making a standard block tile. Every block tile is made up of 3 evenly sized diamonds, 2 for the sides and 1 for the top. The top diamond is what's most important here. That's where the player will stand, and when we start layering those tiles together, the top diamond is pretty much all that's left over. Now I'll show you how to make these blocks. The most important thing I teach right out of the gate is what I like to call the isometric rule of 2. Everything we do going forward will be based on this rule, so everything mentioned. To make a perfect cube in pixel art, we start by drawing lines like this: 2 pixels, then 2 pixels, 2 pixels, and 2 pixels. You get the idea. This line is what we use to create not only the diamond surface of the block, but also the base at the bottom. Then we have the vertical lines which close off the block, and there you go. The best way to think about these two different kinds of lines is that 2 by 2 lines are for flat surfaces, and the vertical lines represent heights. The reason we don't use straight horizontal lines of 1 or lines of 3 pixels is because the diamonds don't end up being the same size, which is fine, but it's not exactly isometric. There you go. If you draw each line like this, you end up with a 32 by 32 pixel isometric cube. What I like to do before anything else is define a light source for the block. This is really simple. As you can see, outside the light source would be in the top left, so we use the brightest color for the top, a slightly darker color for the left side, and an even darker shade for the right. After that, you can add some shading, highlights, and outlines, and you pretty much have the working paths already. It might be a little basic looking, but this is really all you need to start building levels. Normally we would make levels in a game engine that outlines everything for you, but for the sake of the video, I'm just copying and pasting more blocks. You also notice that when we layer blocks together, we still maintain that rule too, and this is essential for making a grid. Staying consistent with this rule of 2 by 2 is probably the most important part of isometric tile sets. If a single block is 1 pixel off, it will ruin the grid entirely. Now that we have one tile done, we can start making variations. I started with a half slab, which is literally just half as many vertical pixel tie as a full block. You can also make slope tiles, and these can be a bit inconsistent with the slope, but as long as the base is the same dimensions as a regular tile, that shouldn't be a problem. Using all the same rules we went over before, vertical lines being heights and diagonal lines being the block surface, you make a ton of these variations. And having options like this will make the levels a lot more versatile. After you have this all test object to show you how all these tiles work together, the main idea here is really just follow your guidelines and continue to 2 by 2 pattern. You can stack blocks by placing the base directly on the tile lines, and it's important to note one of the biggest challenges of making isometric arts, which is layering. If you want tiles to not become a jumbled mess, you have to start in the back and work your way forward. You remember that these actually aren't 3D objects, these are 2D drawings. So if you want to add something, you have to draw on top of it. That's why all isometric games make their levels way towards the back and slope down the front. It makes layering the stuff way easier later down the road. I have to mention again that this isn't really a problem if you're making a level with game engine tools, but if you're just drawing isometric for fun, it's just something to think about. So now that you know how to make the very basics of isometric tile sets, the only thing we're missing is detail. Right now you're watching a time lapse of me making my own tile set, but I'll explain how I make those details as we go. I decided I wanted to make a super dungeon scene, so I started with some basic 4 tiles to build off of. You'll notice that my detail lines on top of the block, everything is that same 2 by 2 pattern. Like I said before, making isometric tile sets is really all about following that pattern for everything you do. It's either 2 by 2 lines or vertical lines to show heights. That sounds like a broken record, but it really is the most important part of all this. There actually are some exceptions to this though. You'll see I drew a circle shape on one of the tiles. Curved lines are very weird to pull off in this perspective. Personally, just eyeball it until it was okay. I did some more curved lines later, so we can do those on the walls for frames and stuff like that. But yeah, similar to what we were doing before, I'm just doing a whole bunch of shapes that we can use as building blocks to put things together. And now it's time to start actually building the scene. I'm gonna say again, it's so important to find your guidelines in order to make sure everything lines up correctly. There are multiple times we'll make a scene where after we do a big chunk of it, those things didn't actually line up correctly. You'd be surprised how much one thing can change. One thing that definitely helps me is separating the scene by different layers. I have a layer for the back side, another layer for the water, and another person in front of the water. Yeah, some platform tiles I made. Contrast helps a lot when separating elements of the scene. All the floors and walls are going to be the same grade color palette. I have a few shades darker as well, just to make sure it's easy to separate them. Even though this is a grid-based game, having a very bright clear floor will be pretty important later in line. I'll show you that game engines using tools to make isometric tiles really easy to use. If you're making a game, don't do it way out of your software because you're just gonna end up ahead and wasting a lot of time. I just want to show you how it works, and it's actually a really good way to test out your tile sets before putting them into your game. But yeah, you're finishing using tiles I made. Isometric can be pretty fun, especially if you play a lot of videos as it. It really scratches the same part of your brain. I just like to start on your own tile sets. You like more content, just try to for games I made every week. Next time we're probably start putting reality boxes into a game. So if you do that, you should also join our server. But you can other cool developers showing other games we'll have it. And that's it. See you guys. Peace.
I have been crafting my pixel art skills for years and years and years. So today, in a single video, I'm going to teach you everything you need to get started with and actually not suck at pixel art, especially when it comes to making pixel art for games. We're going to start at ground zero with software and setup, and then transition into line work and colors and all that stuff. First things first, you need a place to actually do the pixel art, so you need software. Ace is the go-to for me and many other pixel artists because it has super nice UI. You can do animations really nicely. It's a spreadsheet style set built for making games. It is $20 technically, but because it's open source, you can find it online for free pretty easily. But you can do that for me. Why do that? The Ace is kind of like go-to. We have versions, just an older version of Ace, it's basically the same thing. Try that out, see if you like it, and then eventually, support the colors will be good. But if you're not feeling Ace, you can use it in Photoshop for pixel art pretty easily, or you can go to this website called Pixel. Nice, now you have a place to actually draw things. But we're actually not going to be picking colors to draw with ourselves. In fact, right now the goal is to avoid swatching or mixing our own colors completely. That's because we're going to be automating the entire process using apps. A lot of pixel artists out there are trying to teach you color theory and how to mix and shift your colors and all that. My advice is to not really worry about that right now, you don't have to. Instead, you find a guideline someone else made that's designed to look good, so you can actually focus on the middle of the bit and eventually more colors you do that. So it's like color specs, they have all kinds of colors you sort by number, colors you want, it's all specifically for pixel art. Usually the pixel art usually need more contrast than colors. Right now we're using at least 3 shades per color. Not because we shade pixel art, we're like 3 colors per color as you know. We're as you're really animating, there's really cool style outside of the games, my opinion, you're nice big and nice big and you can expect that much between colors and you use this and then other next one, or you can also incorporate that into your file, like use lines and then first, now you also need to actually draw something. First, you need to start the outline, then fill out the source and then shade. That means starting with the structure line for your outline, using those how the proportions of your outline, but never just have these shapes and then you mold that into your outline, which is your next select. Whatever strategy you do, try out. When you do start working, you might notice that pixels look pretty thick. These lines really look cheap, especially when you're using nice line. I feel like using something called bells. Those like extra pixels are really unnecessary and they're sort of sharp because they're triangles. When you do purples, our pixels are a lot cleaner. Integrate next to and focus and all the lines on the bottom. Now sometimes you do levels and bring more structure from shape 4 sideways, even possibly retro mold, but you do intentional. This is intentional. And speaking of lines, like this. Now this one doesn't have any doubles, but it does look really chatty, especially with that bar. So I use it, bring subscriber, and then I subscribe, right? Well, when you show that each pixel is smooth transition next one. These videos, pixels, so keep the same thing on your subscriber, usually keeping it simple. I just want all the nice colors, even though the big curve is small line, it still has pixels made with them. If you follow the strategy, go up, down, number pixels are using big one. But I'm trying to use it earlier. I started with the top ends one way, and then doing pixels making it middle. So now I'm smoothing things, so I'm using doubles and lines. Now we're going to real quick first, and that's going to be big color, and then I now if you're using, I do your habits, you have to mix but if you do a level color more, consider shading or highlighting with different color base. For example, if you look at who's most more interesting in entire game, base color is orange, which is ginger, then the highlights are low and shadows are purple. Isn't just layer and darker. And that makes colors a lot more vivid. So you go and search color shading, you're going to get a bunch of examples of what shade. Again, it doesn't have a very bad idea. The reason that you can use the reason that's using colors and those colors and shade color, so I'm coloring red and shade purple, those are colors red, and green, yellow, shade blue. But I started making color, and then I shadows, and then I max. What is it? This is ugly. You are so right. This is shading without thinking about where my source is coming from. So instead I'm just kind of wrapping shadows around the outline part, which doesn't look good. It kind of looks like pillow, which is why it's called pillow shading. It's really easy to do. It's not thinking about light source because how else do you know where the shadows? So I take the same piece of art, but now I decide the laser coming from this angle. Now I kind of have an idea where I should put shadows. So before you start shading anything, you should actually know where the light's coming from. And if you're playing a game, you probably keep that angle like this in all the Now a lot of settings are top down, where you use lines 3 4 2 or blue. I'm going to use the top of the drawing as well as the front. So light source usually come from the top of the screen and then casting forward and down. So it's like on the front but it also looks well lit on top. This kind of thing is also actually about perspective. If you're on a table and chair for your game, you should angle like the same for those. But you also have to how much object should I see? Even if a chair is shorter than a table, I should still see the same amount that the top of the chair has at the top of the table. Unless of course the table is longer than the chair. All of those details make pixel art really shine. If you're watching video games, then think about just search animator. Animator is designed to make high quality 3D imagery, whether it's not. This is a game called Watching. Animator is a really cool animator. All of this beautiful pixel art graphics UI games all powered by animator. And same goes with all other games. It's fast, efficient, and efficient, world of navigating because I've been animator for a long time. Back in the day, for example, I started with many animator that have a channel like SRG1. That was one way I wanted to all the you're not to do all of them release the game using animator. So now animator for free by the way, using animator. So if you're looking at source from your perspective, but shade doesn't necessarily have one color to all your shadows. There's a lot of ways to shade or manipulate all the pieces every day. For example, when you create a pattern to color shade, using another color, it's usually like a pattern color that has to be shading also within half space add another. That is really cool choice in texture or whatever the area shadow. You also have using as much as smooth lines. You have in between color layer and pixels on corners, only corners, but you're not creating almost a shadow. One is very soft and very subtle. If you're using nice pixel art, there's a lot of difference. If you have to something but I need to really nice color. Now another option is to change the way you're coloring your outline. When I usually start with like solid black outline, but by then it's always colors and always part of it. It's tough. Your outline doesn't have to be black. When I start out, you notice everything has a different color outline. It's just a version of what it is. Let's have green outlines with round outlines, or you can use more lasers like purple outline. That is a really nice style. And you can also around the consistent outlines, which are things. Now there is less outline, but nothing else around us. Now still has shading and also use round and shadow. That's the color. But in the picture, only around the object have outline. Even round and patterns of outlines because that would be perfect less. It's really easy. This time character outlines and so there's also except the layer using the outline. Everything else is different around. So you can say like lighting perspective, but you don't want to like color. You actually use the head there and giving it. It's not really what's my favorite thing. It's trying to get the outline and how would I analyze everything. Not being too busy. That's just something about doing it. But another thing about outline is shading and really time. Because I'm not supposed to like the outline and then you start to the outside. Once you're creating art style, you don't think about size of the outline. You have your version of 2 languages, whatever we think outline or type of version has no outline. The art and is so great, but also must have been so hard. Because I'm using that for capacity super real and so you need things in layer rather than front face. And also you have really fine shapes that's still real without your outline. And I talked about clean line perspective, shading colors, everything's ruining art style. So it's time for tips and tricks that I don't like. I think important less. 1. If your art is bad and it's not because of line work, think about your colors. Do you have more than 3 colors per drill and so is it necessary? I do for real color. Especially when I wear 2 colors and I'm time with 2 main colors. The comes from full and so you can change the same color using including using color. Unless you're doing that super intentionally. Tip number 2, use artists. Demonstration or everything already demonstration patterns. However, if you live in 0.5, unfortunately, I'm worse than worse. I think it's worse. So our range is from that to interest, which might have a lot of SCI. Now, number 3. Now, speaking of me, start demonstrating every 3 seconds zooming in and out of the canvas. But the reason that is there's a lot more as I'm looking far away. And compared to far away. You're trying to show your professional eyes is actually using something such as small for me. It's like and now you know, and then now you're able to zoom out to do it. Tip number 4, you can do art just because you want to do that. Now, you gotta love it. Same thing with these videos. Or you can do it with products because then you're not having motivation when you start and stop and like you start writing goals. Great, start yourself, fantastic. But really, you will not put in all the time that it takes to get that way. Unless you also learn to like making art, not just having made art. But all that being said, you got it. Hopefully, you've done the job today. I did maybe try that. Or you're running on the server, you can share stuff. Seriously, thank you so much for watching. I hope you love the video. I'll see you next time. Bye.
I see.
As you're probably aware, the most common types of 2D games nowadays are either top-down or side-scrollers. Top-down games are good for creating full, detailed environments in 2D. Side-scrollers are good for games that need weight to represent vertical height, such as platformers. Isometric games are kind of a mix between the two. You can represent both complete environments and emphasize the heights or vertical positions of objects. Today, I'll be going over how to set an isometric tile map in Godot, the ramps, collisions, and a player character. First, I'll walk through the steps you need to create your own isometric tile set. Then in Godot, I'll set a basic tile map layer and player controller to create testing. Finally, I'll show you how to automatically generate collisions with a tile map. Let's get right into it. Oh, and I'm Deadpool, by the way. So when it comes to specs for time to use, you have 2 main options. First, you can download agreement specs. I know that Handy analyzes a lot of good isometric spreadsheets you can use free. I'll leave a link in the description in case that's something you want to go with. If you already have files, feel free to stick them in the chat. Second, you can create the specs yourself. To do that, you can have some images that are handy. I'll be using Ace because it's what I'm most familiar with, but feel free to use whatever you want. Most should work just fine. So for this video, I'm going to be using 60 by 16 sprites, but you can pick any resolution. And then we're going to multiply by 4 because there's 4 different tiles we'll be making in this video. This first tile is going to be completely empty. The second tile is going to be the main block used to build your level. I'm going to make a generic looking grass block. So I'll pick a nice frame from my tile here. Starting at the top, I'm going to draw 2 pixels through the center of the tile. Then I'm going to continue drawing rows of 2 pixels until I reach the edge of the grid. I'll do the same on the right side. So the top pixel, I'll do the same thing on the side until I reach the middle. And then I'll select the bottom of the space and copy paste it, break the lower half of the tile. Finally, join the top button together with square lines. Remove the tile every deck. I'll fill in the top screen and fill in the other pieces of ground. Finally, I'll give the grass a bit overhang and do one last step to the right. There's 2 other tiles to the right. So select and copy the space tiles to the right. Erase the top corners, first remove, then hit the corners, either manually or using line tool. Also line with the dark shape. Compare the games to the power wheel. Finally, we'll copy the strength and flip it for a 4th tile. I'll end the 3 colors associated with the house. And this is my final result. Don't worry, great. Choose all numbers to throw but we should actually try to I'll use KG. Third for details, interesting time on this is an easy history. So let's look back on the process. We only use the top. My project record, I use the tiles to read the section. Step to the top of the editor, let's select time map. You should add time up there, not your time up, building updated. And then start setting up before we can toss it, we have to time players 10 times. In order, we only wiser. In the picture, we set the circle limit here, because I use the tiles. If you're using this, then you probably won't do this. Now go to the new tiles. Change the tiles to square X. That's the tiles. This will entirely resolution transfer. I'm using 16, so I use the width 6 pixels. I have that 2 pixels. Finally, create a new tiles. Actually, there's a line with tiles to start setting up. Trying to make it don't get tiles. Then select the texture design, just full resolution shot. 6 16. Then click child add to tiles. Click select, select tiles grade. When you're running, you change texture order. Instead of the center tiles. Decrease the light with orange tiles, top face green right. This will just works. You want to increase the index of these one. This will show the one you're running. Finally, you do is resolution tiles. We'll see what you choose. Tiles. Decrease the light with orange tiles, top face green right. This will just works. You want to increase the index of these one. This will make sure the tiles on the border that we want to do. Finally, you do is add collision to the tile. We'll see what we want to do soon. Go to paint, then it's layer. Make sure the collision shape you're drawing matches up with the orange tile. Finally, you just click on the tile to add the collision shape. This is how it floats out. If you go to the tile map panel, we select which tile you want to use, then draw that tile and see. Once your tile is used, select draw tile to select from another one. Let's get this vertically higher than the tile below. You can continue this to create multiple layers of tiles, just one tile map there. Then using the rest we made earlier, we can create. Then these changes set custom resolution back on project sets. We want to use it. To do that, key the main block used to build it up. I'll be using Ace right because it's what I most familiar with, but feel free to use whatever you want. Most should work just fine. So for this video, I'm going to be using 16 by 16 sprites, but you can pick any resolution. I'm then going to multiply the width by 4 because there's
Ace.
Welcome back. I've been using Aseprite to do all my art. I think it's the best pixel art program by far. I'm just showing you here like all the features that it has. It's got a ton. And I've got some Aseprite tutorials on my YouTube channel if you want to learn about the program. But it's not bad because it's not a free program. I know some of you are just digging into pixel art and stuff. And there's a link in the description if you want to buy the program. But I have a free solution for you. LibreSprite. And so you just click on download here and then you can download it for whatever platform you want. Now you might think like, well, this is some stolen Russian software or something. It's not. It's Aseprite is open source, and so someone just made another version of the open sourceness and made it free, which is really nice. And this is free and open source as well. Not that you guys care how it's open source. But the point is, you can basically now follow along my videos and have one of the best pixel art softwares for free, and that's amazing. I'm making a pixel art platformer RPG, and since I just saved you $20, it'd be really sweet if you guys make Kickstarter. Just wish list it.
There's 4 different tiles we'll be making in this video. So for base tiles, you can start setting up a time map playing Godot. This is an empty scene I just created. I set a custom resolution and background color in my project settings. You may want to do so as well. In my project directory, I have the image with the tiles I drew in the previous section. Let's go up to the top left of the editor and click this plus icon. Search up time map. Make sure to add a time map layer, not regular time map, those are being deprecated. In the node inspector, we can start setting things up. Before we create a toss it, go down to the time map layer's camera settings. In order, we want to enable Y sort. Node inspector, we can start setting things up. Before we create a toss it, go down to the time map layer's camera settings. In order, we want to enable Y sort. under texture. We want to set the texture filtering mode to near. Nearest, because I'm using pixel tiles. If you're using this pixel, then you'll probably want to leave it as is. Now we go up to create a new tile set. Change the tile shape from square to isometric. That's means that the tile size. This will depend entirely on what resolution your sprites are. Mine is 16 by 16, so I need to set the width 16 pixels, the height to have about 8 pixels. Finally, create a new physics layer. Next, we can go to the bottom panel and go to the tile set tab, start setting up each tile. Drag and drop in layer images you create. Don't get automatically create the tiles. Entirely on what resolution your sprites are. Mine is 16 by 16, so I need to set the width 16 pixels, and the height to have about 8 pixels. Finally, create a new physics layer. Next, we can go to the bottom panel and go to the tile set tab, start setting up each tile. Drag and drop in layer images you create. Don't get Godot. Automatically create the tiles. In the select panel, we want to make sure the texture region size matches the full resolution of each tile, which is 16 to create. We don't want Godot to automatically create the tiles. In the select panel, we want to make sure the texture region size matches the full resolution of each tile, which is 16 by 16 for me. Then click each tile to add it to the tile set. Click select and select all the tiles you created. Under rendering, we want to change the texture origin, which essentially tells Godot where the center of each tile is. Decrease the Y value until this orange diamond lines up with the top face of your main sprite. Then select just the ramps. We want to increase the Z index of these to 1. This will make sure the tiles run in the order that we want them to. Final thing we need to do is add collision to the empty tile. We'll see what we want to do this soon. Go to paint, physics layer. Make sure the collision shape you're drawing matches up. We want to increase the Z index of these to 1. This will make sure the tiles run in the order that we want them to. Final thing we need to do is add collision to the empty tile. We'll see what we want to do this soon. Go to paint, physics layer. Make sure the collision shape you're drawing matches up with the orange outline. Finally, you can just click on the empty tile to add the collision shape to it. This is the time it fully set up. If we go into the time order that we want them to. Final thing we need to do is add collision to the empty tile. We'll see what we want to do this soon. Go to paint, physics layer. Make sure the collision shape you're drawing matches up with the orange outline. Finally, you can just click on the empty tile to add the collision shape to it. This is the time it fully set up. If we go into the time tab in the bottom panel, we select which tile we want to use and then draw that tile in the scene. One trick I like to use is that if we draw a tile two steps up from another one, looks like it is vertically higher. One trick I like to use is that if we draw a tile two steps up from another one, looks like it is vertically paint, physics layer. Make sure the collision shape you're drawing matches up with the orange outline. Finally, you can just click on the empty tile to add the collision shape to it. This is the tile map fully set up. If we go into the tile map tab in the bottom panel, we can select which tile we want to use and then draw that tile in the scene. One trick I like to use is that if we draw tiles two steps up from another one, looks like it is vertically higher than the tile below it. We can continue this to create what looks like multiple layers of tiles with just one tile map layer node. Then, using the ramps we made earlier, we can create transitions between the layers, which will eventually serve as a way for our player to cross between them. Speaking of the player, it's about time we create a basic player controller to move around the scene. We want to increase the Z index of these to 1. Go to paint, physics layer. Make sure the collision shape you're drawing matches up with the orange outline. Finally, you can just click on the empty tile to add the collision shape to it. This is the tile map fully set up. If we go into the tile map tab in the bottom panel, we can select which tile we want to use and then draw that tile in the scene. One trick I like to use is that if we draw tiles two steps up from another one, which tile we want to use and then draw that tile in the scene. One trick I like to use is that if we draw tiles two steps up from another one, it looks like it is vertically higher than the tile. We want to increase the Z index of these to 1. This will make sure the tiles run in the order that we want them to. Final thing we need to do is add collision to the empty tile. We'll see what we want to do this soon. Go to paint, physics layer. Make sure the collision shape you're drawing matches.
Like, huh? I just so messed up. Can't be that high. So high. So weird. Supposed to look.
matches up with the orange outline. Finally, you just click on the empty tile to add the collision shape to it. This is the tile map fully set up. If we go into the tile map tab in the bottom panel, we can select which tile we want to use, and then draw that tile in the scene. One trick I like to use is that if we draw tiles 2 steps up from another one, it looks like it is vertically higher than the tile below it. We can continue this to create what looks like multiple layers of just one tile map doing nothing. Then, using the arrows we made earlier, we can create transitions between layers, which will eventually serve as a way.
Oh, odd. What? Huh? What?
Wait for a player to cross between them. Speaking of the player, set time to create a basic vector while we move around the scene. Then, using the arrows we made earlier, we can create transitions between layers, which will eventually serve as a
Looks so fucked up. Huh? Does this even make sense? Setting this. Setting this. No way. There's so much room on this top. So much room. So much room.
Hi, Vabsa here. In this video, we're going to be setting up isometric tileset system inside the Godot game engine. It's a really simple setup and it is really helpful. If you'll need your tiles. They're a little bit just super simple. When you see our tile set, the sizing will from up to down. So it would be like 32 by 32. That's it. Is the best way to go about this inside the Godot game engine. It's a really simple setup and it is really helpful. If you're creating isometric tiles and you want a quick way to see how tiles look, or if you're creating an isometric game, this is the best way to go about this. So let's get started. First of all, you'll need your tiles. I tried drawing these tiles. I mean, I think they look pretty nice, but I just tested them and they're a little bit messed up. I'm not really expert in pixel art. I'm trying to learn. Or you can just get them from itch.io. I got one from itch.io. I'll leave the links to the tiles I used. Just super simple. Just go and download the tiles. And the only thing you need to know about is the size of the tile. That's just needed to set up the stuff and like tile set system. When it comes to tile set system, let's learn a little rule of thumb. When you see a tile set, like an isometric tile set, we are viewing it as a 2D sprite, not a 3D cube. It looks like a 3D cube, but it's not. But when we come to like the sizing, we need to consider it as a 3D cube. I know, I've been messed up. So like the vertical and horizontal height. Normally for sprites, the horizontal height would be sprite size like this is 32 by 32. So the vertical and horizontal side would be like 32 by 32, like from up top to down, the number of pixels from top to down. So it would be like 32 by 32. That's it. But when we come to pixel art, the thing is for like the width, how wide it is, for that you measure the same thing, the size of the sprite of your pixels from left to right, like number of pixels from right to left. But not for the vertical. Like the width is 32, but for horizontally, like like vertically, you don't count like from top to down. No, you don't count from top to down. No. What you count is this, like this line. Most of the pixels have this line, so you count the number of like pixels of the cube. And so 32 by 32 is wrong, and the real size of the sprite is 32, which is the vertical. I have this 16, like 32 by 16. I actually like made it wrong there. So the vertical height is 16 and horizontal is 32. Okay, what time we create our product? That's pretty fun. That's why I call it something isometric stuff, something like that. Okay, that's great. And go.
Want to go half? Is that what it's telling? Half of 370. 178? 176. 176. Then these what? Lose it or they keep it? That seems, that does not seem right. Original. Start painting this guy. Goes behind it. Go here. Some rule. Right. So the layer 2 is on. Oh, it goes this way? Oh, that's so odd. Now if I put I here. Okay.
We want to do the software, so you select render set value and go to the rendering tab, and in the origin, you just move it. I don't need to move it, just move it vertically to the top. Minus it most times. This will let you like interact with the tiles from the top side. This is good for like in-game interactions and mostly so like the one tile and allow behind you like disappears and things like that. So and you like that in this and we're gonna be now let's go to the layer and we change the layer to end down. This is optional stuff. I like diamond down layer stuff because it's just a little bit more convenient. I will use like this, the tile kind of coordinate.
I should switch this diamond down. Sense to me. Looks so fucking weird though. Look how fucked up this looks. This is not right, bro. That looks better, but it's like so chopped. Like, what the fuck is this? So odd.
It's going to this, so it's not up, and left, so it's rotated as it's not. Now you just easy go and think the everything you want, and it's
That's not right.
Okay, you don't need to do it, but now, and it's simple, keep the create, and not create. Like, now you can so we keep the that's properties, but that's what I'm supposed to do, right? So we have to delete the style layout, so it's not design. What you do is like, download off, and now we do the layout and say, I from download and link and now you can drag and that with safety, and the same file set will be like this is something you always do, and this is something you always should do. Save your file sets as resource. That's something you're using multiple text layers, definitely save your file sets as like resource using multiple scenes and it's okay, that's the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Subscribe. I'm not okay. Now you can so we keep the that's properties, but that's what I'm supposed to do, right? So we have like the style layout, so it's not design. What you do is like download off, and now you do the layout and say from download and link and now you can drag that with safety, and the same file set will be like this is something you always do, and this is something you always should do. Save your file sets as resource. That's something you're using multiple text layers, definitely save your file sets as like resource using multiple scenes and it's okay, that's the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Subscribe.
So X is off. Okay, for that, and maybe we start them here, and I just this is the link just right here, from my video. So go Patreon or just my main channel. Okay, welcome to the video. Today we will be covering isometric pixel art. Isometric is a really style as what it is. Isometric is one unique names. There's one channel style, and other so we like to say. Let's show it. So isometric is name of style, and what it means is here the definition is a method of projection with two dimensions. Typical in it is an axonometric projection in which we want to see the equal projection. They have 200 degrees. What that means is, as opposed to most projection, we actually see things like this. Everything is the same side of how far away the camera is, and particularly when we pixel art, that means is that we can see three faces on a cube at any time. Isometric art has a long history in strategy games, particularly, as well as some RPGs, and niche kind of like board style games. So this could be kind of golf type of game. There's like CD games, as well as RPG, but the vast majority of games are strategy, first person or like building as well. So most basically we use files games, all the history, all the those are the files using free rights to find out. Other things we have to because use rights. So you know guys, the game will use rights to that's why we use it. First is the last one is so basically we start to down this cycle with the power and show that there are processes and you know the round surface most of the round this is content that actually basically but the game that we're doing is around and you make this down it's kind of like starting with the paradigm the price topics so it's more around allows the characters around with anything to do most of the around the ground playing just around like we're doing a very like it's actually usually more around the way and as you find myself you can show you free design access you can show them on the around and still as well reason to do is actually around right the cycle is you can move into that like the whole thing has onto and around somebody you show them yeah whereas you can so around in that cell and also the games have this result and is that also the same access to that is a result that I use a interface using strategy as opposed to just check it out so in that when you have access and you line all access is directly on the camera things that seem to actually excite whereas if you look down things that on actually overlay and the low down tracking camera whether
There's a way for a player to cross between them. Speaking of the player, set time to create a basic player control, move around the scene. Even if you already have a player created, I recommend watching this part because there's some important settings you'll have for your character. First, create a new character body to UC. Of course, I'll be naming my player. Add in a new collision body and give it a circle shape. I recommend keeping the size of the shape quite small. Mine will have a radius. Player created, I recommend watching this part because there's some important settings you'll have for your character. First, create a new character body to UC. Of course, I'll be naming my player. Add in a new collision body and give it a circle shape. I recommend keeping the size of the shape quite small. Mine will have a radius of 2 pixels. I then created a basic player sprite. It's the same size as my tiles, 60 by 16. This is quite obviously a placeholder, so feel free to use whatever graphic you want for now. I'll drag and drop into the scene and make sure the feet line up with the collision shape. I'll also have to set the texture filtering mode on this like I did with the timeline. Then set the player Z index to 2 so that small. Mine will have a radius of 2 pixels. I then created a basic add in a new collision body and give it a circle shape. I recommend keeping the size of the shape quite small. Mine will have a radius of 2 pixels. I then created a basic player sprite. It's the same size as my tiles, 16 by 16. This is quite obviously a placeholder, so feel free to use whatever graphic you want for now. I'll drag and drop into the scene and make sure the feet line up with the collision shape. I'll also have to set the texture filtering mode on this like I did with with the time. Then set the player Z index to 2. So it appears over everything else. Finally, under the character. This is quite obviously a placeholder, so feel free to use whatever graph you want for now. I'll drag and drop into the scene and make sure the feet line up with the collision shape. I'll also have to set the texture filtering mode on this like I did with the time. Then set the player Z index to 2 so it appears over everything else. Finally, under the character body 2D settings, change motion mode from grounded to floating. Now I'll be creating a new player script. So if you already have one, feel free to go to the next chapter. It's going to be an extremely basic top-down controller. So add a new script to our play scene. I'll call mine player. BD. Delete everything and create the physics process function. First, let's get a direction by calling input get vector and passing in input directions in this specific order. If direction isn't 0, then we set our player's velocity to direction times 16. You can change this to whatever speed value you want. If direction is 0, then we want velocity to be 0 as well. Finally, after the if statement, call move and slide to cause the player to move based on the velocity we just set. Alright, now we can go back to the example scene we're working with and add the player. While I'm at it, I'm also going to add in the camera 2D as a child of the player node, so that's statement, call move and slide to cause the player to move based on the velocity we just set. Alright, now we can go.
Alright. I've moved. I don't. Down by up. And direct. And I want city. Third.
We can go back to the example scene we're working with and add the player.
Tiny as hell. Gotta make this big. Transform.
While I'm at it, I'm also going to add in the camera 2D as a child of the player node, so it's easier to see what's happening. Also increase the zoom a bit because it's a little too zoomed out. So we're getting close to being done. We have a time map and player setup. The time map isn't in proper collisions yet. If we run the scene, the player can freely walk off the time map or in between layers. With the empty tile we created earlier, technically could manually place and run the scene to create your own collisions. That's the most flexible option, but it's also kind of annoying and probably not what you want to do in designing level. Instead of that, we'll be making a script to automatically place empty tiles at runtime, creating a boundary around the level without any extra work. So click on the time map layer and create a new script for it. We're just going to be implementing the ready function, so I'll delete everything else. First, we get an array containing the coordinates all fill the tiles.
Really? Wahoo! Loading. The hell? Vector 2. Some weird. I think this thing is like. Grrr.
Is 0, then we want velocity to be 0 as well. Finally, after the if state, creating a boundary around the level without any extra work. So click on the time layer and create a new script.
If this can fix.
We're just going to be implementing the ready function, so I'll delete everything else. First, we get an array containing the coordinates all fill the tiles by calling get use cells. We'll then iterate over each of those coordinates. We can then get another array containing coordinates, this time with vagrant cells, by calling get surrounding cells. Finally, we iterate over this array again. For each surrounding cell, we call get source ID to find the tile source ID of that cell. This equals -1, and when the cell is empty, we can create a new empty cell in the area. And empty cells at the top left corner in the spreadsheet that's located at 0, 0. Alright, before we test this out in game, we have to debug and enable visible collision shapes. This will let us see what our collision shapes look like and make sure they're correct. Now if we run our scene, see that yes, there's collisions surrounding all of the tiles, preventing us from moving outside this house or moving from one layer of tiles to another. But if we go along the ramps, we can. This is our finished result. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you learned something valuable from the video and helped you in your lives. This will watching. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to if we all running from moving outside this house, see that yes, this will let us see what our collision shapes look like. My tiles that's completely boing boing. I cannot move. I cannot move.
It's probably my tiles, right? Or it's my tiles. Like they're kind of messed up. Probably. Stuff. I but pick. Alrighty, let us see. Screen. Yeah, honestly, it's actually, honestly, fine. Since I have the assets, maybe I'll try that out. Trying to think. I'm starting to understand what's happening in this beautiful software. But okay, I think that's it for today, for now. I will be back maybe later. Who knows? Bye bye.